Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Lorenzo Chiarion. I am head of manufacturing engineering, the department in Automobili Lamborghini that does the development of the product, the industrialization of the process. I'd like to introduce to you what we have done in this year about Industry 4.0. The agenda is a short introduction about the system, the integrated solution that until now we have put in production, and future developments of the systems. We have started our path in the digital transformation in 2016 because we had a big challenge about the production of a new SUV model, the Urus. We had to change our way to do production, and we were looking to the market. Therefore, we understood that the market was changing in the direction of the digital transformation. We wanted to improve some fields in order to add quality, productivity, and improving the working condition. Out of all the market can give to us, we keep out some information, some basic information, and we decided to create our special way to do the Manifattura Lamborghini. Manifattura Lamborghini is a combination between the craftsmanship and the innovation. These are the main pillars that we have installed in our shop floor. Therefore, digital factory in cloud, automatic guided vehicle, collaborative robots, and we started to use as much as possible the virtualization of the system. Digital factory means manufacturing execution system. We installed in the shop floor a MES solution integrated with the ERP based on SAP in order to increase the productivity, the efficiency, and also the quality improvement. This system, as I said, is connected to the ERP, but it's also connected to all the equipments on the field. Therefore, we got information from the ERP and we exchange information with all the equipment in order to trace all the information. We move the system, the main system ERP in cloud. That means that it was before in the server inside the environment of the plant. Then we move in a cloud solution in order to reduce maintenance cost, improve availability and robustness, and enhance the scalability. All the material and all the cars are moved on automatic guided vehicle. Why we did? Because we wanted to have a flexible production in order to be able to respond in a short way to the request of the market. Therefore, if sales are asking to add the number of cars in production, we can, in an easy way, add or vice versa, reduce the number of AGV adding station as we want. We integrated in production some collaborative robots in order to help the human to do activities. It is not a substitution of the workers, but is an help of the workers in order to add the safety and ergonomy. We did some activities for the virtualization of the system, therefore using cloud solution and having a manufacturing execution system that knows perfectly what the worker is doing in each station. We were able to install what we call the continuous electronic end of line that can do the check of all the ECU of the car in each station. We worked a lot in order to improve as much as possible the virtual reality. Virtual reality that is used for the product in order to define how the car will be, and also for the process. We are doing for each new shop floor or each modification that we are doing on the existing shop floor, a twin, digital twin, in order to check the process and to check all the equipments and also the ergonomics of the worker, simulating before the installation. We have different 3D printing, and we are using for different issues. At the beginning, we were able to use them only for the tools, small tools that helps the workers in production. Then we moved also in the last year for the production of prototype before, therefore components for the car, mainly for the prototype, then for the series production. Here a sample of the carbon fuel cap. We worked also on augmented reality. Therefore, using the technology that the market is offering, we are using these tools for the training of the operator and also for the maintenance scope. Then this is what we have done, and this is what we want to use as base, as fundament for the future. But we are working on a new product and we are following the market. Therefore, we prepare our digital roadmap program in order to follow as much as possible the new technology. The strategic drivers are product-oriented. That means that for sure we are doing a new super sport car, and we have to install the system that are useful in order to produce this car in the best way. On the other side, we are looking out of the product based on the innovation in the market, having the possibility to use image recognition, for instance, or 5G. The last point, the last strategic driver is in the direction of maintenance and continuous improvement, introducing where it's possible some application based on the intelligence, artificial intelligence. To sample about what we are going to do. The first project is about modular production. Therefore, we want to have one assembly line for the that let us to produce as much product if possible. This assembly line has to be flexible and all the system have to be connected to each other. The MES system had to be connected with the planning and with the software of industrial engineering in order to check the sequence of the car and give out the information about the resource requested each day. Last sample is about the advanced product tracking. One of the main important things that we have to do is the saving of the information about the traceability of the component. Therefore, using the blockchain, we would like to prepare a software connected to our supplier in order to check from the production until the installation in the car all the information, all the relevant information. Okay, I have finished. If you have any question, I'm available.
Perfect. Well, that was great, Lorenzo. Thank you so much for doing that. I'll just have a look and refresh some questions that we've got. Right, so let's do the first one. We have, with regards to connectivity on the shop floor, do you think 5G will be the new normal, or do you think we will still rely heavily on Wi-Fi? So do you think 5G will change it and it's going to be the, the default on the shop floor rather than Wi-Fi? What's your feelings?
I think that in the future, the 5G will be necessary in order to exchange more data with the cars. The Wi-Fi system will be not enough to exchange this amount of data, considering also the change of inside the connectivity of the car in the future. Currently, the 5G is not suitable due to some privacy and constraint related to the environment.
Okay. No, well, thank you. I mean, that answers. I mean, we've are you? We've got a question around the mobile devices, and I could see in your presentation that they were, part of your process. But are you using mobile devices purely from a quality control point of view, or are you taking into account other applications for mobile devices within your operation?
In the last 2 years, we have replaced all the device to mobile due to the fact that each operator has his own mobile and can interact with the car and with the process. They are used for different application, production, quality, logistics. And we are using right now Android solution. Therefore, we are able to use the scalability of the app, introducing what we want or what we need.
Perfect. No, that's great. I mean, it sounds like it's going to evolve. And there's going to be a lot more exciting applications used for them in your operation moving forward. So now that's perfect. Here we go. We've got a question that's just come through because we are a little bit ahead of time. So I'll just ask this last question, Lorenzo. So, did you experience any resistance on the shop floor from the staff when the new systems were introduced, or were they involved from the beginning of the process?
The answer is depends from the age of the people. We have done a lot of trainings at the beginning when we start with this revolution, because we moved from paper to paperless. Therefore, each worker was obliged to use this kind of system. For the young guys, it was easier because they were more comfortable with the smartphone, and the app was easy to use. We have worked a lot with the other people in order to explain what the system can do. That the system is an help for us, for them, and also we started to do training 6 months before the start of production.
You see, I think that's key. I think that you allowed, such a long time to take into account some of the training elements for that. I think that's I think that's great. So obviously when you come into production, you don't have any problems. So it's really interesting. And oh, hang on, I think we got more questions coming through. I thought we was going to finish a bit early, but I think we'll be fine. Okay, so we've got someone's asked a question. They're keen to hear more about your IT and OT teams that work together to collaborate and deliver on your digital roadmap. So how do your two teams, your IT teams and I guess your operational teams, work together to deliver the digital roadmap that you have, in front of you? How do those two teams work together? You closely aligned?
The work lasts 1 year, and we have done in collaboration with IT. Therefore, we as business has worked with IT, discussing about what they had in mind for the future, for the next 10 years, what the market is proposing in the next 10 years, and what we as business need in the next 10 years. The combination of all these factors became at the end the result of our digital roadmap.
Okay. Well, that's. I mean, it's great. I mean, I think that's key to obviously getting them, working together closely. I think it's it's key. We have another question here, and I think this question applies to a lot of companies. But it's going to be interesting how you've handled it. How do you work with your component suppliers, so your vendors, especially in reducing part failures during supply chain? So how do you work with your component suppliers in avoiding like part failures during supply chain?
We are working right now in order, as I was explaining before, to create a system connected to its supplier, where we need to check through the blockchain all the steps of the process of supplier. Then on the other side, the logistic department has implemented with the supplier a tracking of their process from the delivery until the shipment of the part.
Okay, so you have good visibility from start to finish for your suppliers, which is important. No, that's brilliant. I think we got time. I think we're going to sneak in one more question. Did you experience any performance issues with SAP ERP in cloud? So any performance issues with SAP in ERP in cloud? Any problems incurred?
We in 2017, when we started, we have used the SAP EMII solution. Now we are doing the change to SAP HANA. Since out of some disconnection that we had on problems on the hardware on the server, the system was working quite well. Okay. What we have done is the moving to the cloud solution in order to have more stability, more continuity, and reduce as much as possible also the hardware that is needed and to be updated for the future. Our solution is flexible and hyper customized based on our need. Therefore, is not the standard one, but is fitted on the Lamborghini needs.